Okay. Hello, guys. Gotta move some stuff around real quick. Well, alright. I am tired today, so I don't know how much I'm gonna do. We'll find out. Just make sure. Alright. And this time I can hear my music. I had to I had to basically downgrade the ground control that I use to hear things, which sucks. A lot of things have not been working since an update. Multiple updates, actually. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna zoom in here. Yeah, about that size. Go to my pencil. Cool, cool, cool. And now our reference. So yeah, I did find where I got some other references from. I put them there, linked in the chat. The first one, 𝘿𝙊 𝙉𝙊. I had linked that one in the last one. You can get a lot of free, both nude and clothed figures there, figure poses there. You don't need to sign up. I mean, you have to sign up with their email, but you don't need to pay for anything there, which is what's great. And then Cube Brush, that's just overall, you can get a lot of different assets and things like that. And they do have reference photo packs that you can buy there. And then ArtStation, that one also has quite a lot, but the link I put there is specifically for the girl and guy that you keep seeing pop up quite a bit. It's a lot of photos, but also I don't use all of them. Some of them I feel like I just don't want to. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So this pose. Okay. Starting with the head. He's looking pretty just that way. Kind of a C shape. It's like that. It kind of like comes out like that. So there. And then I would say like kind of below. It's like directly below, I feel like. Or maybe a little bit there with how it, yeah. Oh, hello. Welcome, Evie. Nice to see you again. I didn't make any progress on my own. But we're exactly where we've been. I've been very, like, tired. Let's see, that arm's going straight back. And this one's like, but. Like, here, down. And then this one's going straight here and a little out. No, that was a little too high. I think about there. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know some people watch on their phone, that's for sure. I want this to be a little more oval. There's actually like a small portion of people who watch that are on a tablet. Or not tablet, sorry, a TV. They're on a TV. I find that interesting. I don't think I've ever chose to watch YouTube on TV. It's always desktop for me, actually. Because I don't even do phone very much. Yeah, that arm needs to come out more. Like, out. I feel like I don't watch very much TV in general. At least not currently. I do like TV though. It's really nice to just kind of not think and just watch. Two away from your goal. Wow. Wait, what was your goal? $50 subscribers, nice. So you're at 48 then. That's nice. Congrats. It's always hard retaining subscribers, I think. But also, I've realized that subscribers aren't as important as watch hours. That is what I've learned anyway. But it is still nice having subscribers because that many people care enough to actually stay up to date with you. And that's always nice to know. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I think that's okay. Probably only gonna be able to finish one set since we're starting a little later than I wanted. That's okay. What would you say is your overall goal? Like how many subscribers or followers would it take for you to feel like successful, I guess? I don't really know like the right way to ask what I'm trying to ask. Hopefully that makes sense, like successful, fulfilled, that kind of feeling. $1,000 at minimum. Okay. All right. It's good that you have an answer to that. I feel like if I was asked it, I don't know. Like I have a counter. Oh, no, I don't. It's not on this stream. Oops. Normally I have a counter up, and that counter is at is for the goal 10,000. I have that up. It's more of kind of like a joke in a way, I guess, of having that kind of counter up so early. Because I had it up from the very beginning. There were people coming into my streams like, I think you should lower that number. And I was like, nah, it's my stream. I get to be as unrealistic as I want to be. But I guess I'd have to go with that for mine. 10,000, mainly because I put in that if I get to 10,000, then I would debut with a non-chibi model. I don't know if I would ever get there. Yeah, I think it's good to have it as just a hobby for now anyway. You're less likely to get sad when you don't have like certain amount of followers and things like that. It's better that way. So a lot of people, they kind of like expect a lot getting into this, and then when they don't get that, they burn out, which is a little sad, but understandable. Okay, this one's coming out. The foreshortening, making it tough. Like that, maybe? Or lower for like the knee, somewhere there, maybe? Where is the ground? Okay, I want to move that. We're in. And this needs to be smaller? Almost smaller. Not quite lined up yet. Around there. Oh. Okay, there. And this here feels a bit off to me as well. More like there. Not leaning as much as he could. But I guess it's okay. This is number 4. We got one more in this row. Let me look for another. Oh, that's a weird one. We could try it. Let's see. Head is gonna be quite low. But eyeline's gonna be a bit higher up. And body is going kind of like that. So here, then slightly off. Leg. This other leg is coming straight down. And then arms about there. Okay. And this arm looks quite straight because of the angle. We're not seeing as much, I feel like. Not as much curves. What is this? Curving in and then back out. Yeah. I just kind of erase away. I just go and then slowly just erase it away. Because this isn't gonna be line work. Oh, I see. So I need to bring this over more instead. And then that could be longer. Or not longer, wider. This could be wider. No, this needs to be deeper. Can actually go a little off to the side. It's still not as wide as I would want it to be, I think. Oh well. Like such a weird pose, but you can learn a lot from it. Okay. Ooh, got that leg. Like that, maybe? Hey, product, welcome. And my day was tiring. I am so tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I kept getting up. So that plus the commute made today a little tough. But otherwise fine. We did hear back from so here in Japan, when you're applying for a place, you got to go through a company called the Guarantor Company. What they do is they kind of look at emergency contacts and they call and talk to them. And if they like your emergency contact and you, then you pass like their screening or whatever. So we did get contact back from the one that we were looking at getting an apartment from. So far, it's good news. Yeah, this here is too long. Okay, I don't want to do that. So I want to smoosh this down some more, because it's really... I gotta be like around here, I think, for it to work. That's really far. But, okay, what was I saying? So we heard back from them and they're getting like a contract and stuff together. So it's looking good. But it could still be rejected if the owner doesn't want us. And we were told that they are a little nervous about renting to foreigners. So, hoping it'll be okay. Be very... When we applied for the place, we have like this stuffed little toy that looks like Sasha. And we had the stuffed little toy click the apply button for us as like good luck. So if we get it, it'll be thanks to Sasha. Yeah, this is such a weird pose. I had a hard time there. It still looks weird. How to make this work? something like that maybe. And leg is a little off with where it should be. Should be a little more there. Okay. I'm gonna call it good for that one. Is there a reason that I draw without a line of action? So I actually do have a line of action though. It's not like an obvious one, I guess. Oh, let's go back in. Whoops. Is that the right size? Yeah. Let's go back over this way and down. So let's find another one and I can go, I guess I could show you where my line of action is. I just end up erasing it because like I erase, if you noticed, I kind of like draw around and then erase as I go. So let's see. What pose am I feeling? Because I want to be able to see their face. I don't want to yet go to... Yeah, we could try this one. Alright. Face. Okay. So I start usually with the head. If I'm talking out my process. And then I do a line of action. It's more of like how's the body curving? Because that to me is what a line of action is. There could be a secondary line of action technically with the arms going the way they are. So like both lines are curved like a C. But I don't do that. I just need how the body goes. I guess it's possible that you can't actually see my curved line because I draw it so lightly. It's more like that though. And then I draw the ovals on top to kind of follow that line down. But sometimes I'll edit myself and say whether or not this maybe is a little over. I don't know. I would say this is actually right though. That looks good to me. And then I do lines. Just simple lines for where the arms are going. About there. Let's go a little deeper. And then legs. Ugh, I think I made this guy a little too big. I'll resize it later. His legs are there and there. There you go. And then I just draw it in. That's my process. Because doing this, my main goal with gestures was just to better understand like the curves in arms and legs. Is this something I was taught, or do I do it? It's something that I just do. I find this is like the easiest way for me. I don't really know how I came about doing this. It just happened. Because the way that I think it's taught in the course, well, when it comes to gestures, it's not really something that he teaches much. Because it's based on what works best for like us. That's a little too big of a bump there. Just a subtle bump. This needs to be thinner around the wrist. This is definitely not a way that I would teach anybody to do, because it's very much my own thing. It's not something that everybody would pick up on. Ugh. That shoulder is a little off. I think maybe smaller for shoulder here. Elbow is not there. Elbow is about... Oh, interesting, okay. So I go down. I want to come up out here a bit more, because elbow is going to be right there. And then I want to come out. This feels like it should be a bump, not a curve. Yeah. It's going really deep. This feels maybe a little too curvy than it should, but we'll see what happens. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. But just a reminder to newcomers, I am also a gaming VTuber. I don't just do this. I'm gonna erase the whole thing. Ah! Okay. Around there. It's like a crease right here. Hello! Welcome back, 𝘿𝙊. I saw that you were in the Discord. Your tag on that Discord threw me off. Because, like, every single art Discord is using the same, like, draw tag. It throws me off so much. This one should actually be a little higher. Because it's, like, going that way? Yeah, about. Then I can start the leg. Let's go down. My legs are always so long. What software do I use for the reference picture? So this one is an app called Gesture Drawing! I could probably easily find it. Hang on. Doop. Because that one was definitely Cube Brush. Because in the, what's it called? Gesture Drawing app. Yeah, there it is. In the class, it recommends this. How do I share it? Where's the link? Link. It gives me, okay. We'll see if this link works. Let me know. Paste. Send. And hello. Welcome, 𝘿𝙊. That's how I would say it, but if I'm saying it wrong, please let me know. Yeah. That should be the right one. Handy app, yes. So it works for Windows and Mac. I enjoy it. It's super easy. Basically, if we... Oh, I don't want to exit this yet. Alright, once I'm done with this gesture, I'll exit it so you can actually see how I set up everything. How easy it is. But after I finish. Otherwise I'm gonna lose this gesture because I have too many. I have too many references in the same folder. That's a fat leg. Oh, okay. Pure ref. I have not heard of that one. I just save all mine into a folder and then I use this to randomly bring it out. which is again why I gotta turn it off and look for a reference so that it doesn't accidentally show you guys nude ones. I could, I guess, separate the nude ones and clothes ones, but that feels like a lot of work. Alright, bye 𝘿𝙊. Thanks for stopping by. I do draw guidelines. They're just, like this right here. You see this? That. It might be hard to see on the screen, because I do like very light lines. But basically, I start with a stick figure. Kinda. With ovals. And then from there, I just kind of fill it out. My legs are so long. Oh well. This could actually go further out. I'm gonna pull it further out. We're gonna go from the bottom of it. That might be a little too long. But I'll fix that later if it is. Three pixels on the screen? Oh no. Hopefully it's nothing on my side. Sometimes that could be a problem. This like is pretty rigid. That's off, but that's okay. I'm going to take it and move it a little over. Just a little bit. And this foot is coming out. Pretty flat bottom. Is that lined up? No. Not really, but that's okay. I'm not trying to be perfect, I guess. Oh, I forgot the arms. Or the hands. They're gonna be boxes. Okay. Let's see. Last time you said we can ask anything. Mosquito rate 1. Just drawings. Japan. Oh, okay. One of your gesture drawings. Let's see if I can find it. I might not be able to see it just because... Or wait, you're saying it's on YouTube, right? Because if it's any other social media, I might not be able to see it anyway. Because I, like, deleted so much of my social media. After, like, Meta and stuff started bringing AI things, and there was, like, AI users and stuff like that just all over. I got rid of Facebook, Instagram, a lot. But let's see. Okay, I think I see you. Oh, a lot of shorts. Cool, cool. This one. Let me take a look. So you also do the line work on them too. Like you do a rough and then you go over the line. That's cool. I would say... You don't have very many. 1, 2, 3. I don't need a count. You already counted. It's 8. It's 20. 20 of them. Okay. The one that catches my eye the most, I think, is 18. I like that one. Let me see 16. Sixteen's okay. I think I like 18 more. Oh, that's cool. Being productive. It's good that people can be productive while sometimes I'm not. Do I have a Twitter? I mean, it is an awful site, but the only place artists. I had a Twitter. Yeah, I had one. I need this to be further over. But, yeah, I got that. I got rid of that too. Because I had this amazing idea to do a year-end video on all the drama as a new YouTuber on Twitter. Like, what's all the drama that comes my way that I can see? And, wow, it was depressing. I purposely ended up putting myself in that position, though. And it was insane. And that was not a fun year-end stream either, because, like, I did the entire stream, and then I went to go push stop streaming. But instead of the stop streaming button, it was another start streaming button, because I didn't have it on auto start and auto end. So I just did an entire year-end stream to literally no one, and didn't know. So I had to, like, redo the whole thing, but I wasn't gonna immediately redo the whole thing because I did it, like, at midnight around that time for me. So that sucked. But when I finally redid it, I deleted my Twitter at the end of it. Or maybe I did it on the previous one and then had to use a different account. I can't remember. Ah, that's way off. Nope. But yeah, that sucked quite a bit. I do have like a personal Twitter that I don't use at all. It has my my not YouTuber name. Oh, she needs hair. Or I should give her hair. There. Yeah. I suppose it's a little too tough for me. That's okay. Live and learn. Number 6. Also, this is way too big. I need a resizer. Yeah, but that's good. Where do I post my art? I guess Blue Sky now. I have a Blue Sky account. There are like still like bots and scammers there, but it's actually not as bad as it was when I was on Twitter. And it's super easy to just avoid them because I have my private messages as only people I follow. And so that's helped. All right, now let's see. Before I go on to my next one, let's exit. So this is how it looks. You could do practice, which gives you 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, 2 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, and then other, which you can put. Then there's a class one, which are 1 hour sessions that, let's see, start with fast drawings and build up into longer ones. You got relaxed, which is what I'm currently on, and then custom for whatever rules you want to set. And you just put in a folder, and it looks like, I didn't realize, but you can add more folders. So I guess I could separate the nude and non-nude references. That's good to know. But once you're ready, you just click Let's Draw. And again, I'm not going to immediately do that. I'll work on separating those images though. As you can see, I have for this folder about 1,500 images that I just got from a bunch of different places. Whoa, that's way too hard to pose. All right, and from our previous, oh my gosh, I can't think. From our previous conversation, there we go. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. But from our previous conversation product, I have been thinking very hard about hashtags. And I've come up with quite a few. Once I know for sure what's going on with the apartment, I'll make a full post on YouTube about all the updates. Mark talked to developers of where? The Gesture Drawing app? I'm not sure if he did, actually. I wasn't really, like, he talks about this one, but I don't remember what he said about it. I don't like these. Oh. I feel like I did this pose already, so no. That's also the one thing I gotta, like, make sure I'm looking at. Is, am I using the same pose? I think we did this pose, so it might be okay. That looks like a different one than what we've done. Oh, you made a clip already? I thought you said not to expect anything so soon. But sure. I like seeing clips. The when you go to my channel, the one that automatically plays if you're not a subscriber, that one was made by a friend. I thought they did an awesome job. I loved it. Especially since my debut stream, in quotes, was not a full debut stream. It was just me kind of joking around. It's also really cringe, I feel like, because there's a lot of dead space and I'm awkward and ugh. But he made a clip that was awesome. Okay, this one's pretty. That one's pretty straight. It, like, slants just barely. Really. And shoulders are low. Most things are kind of low and be a little tucked in. Oh, in under an hour. Okay, that makes sense. I still think like a day is so fast. Because even I can't make shorts that fast and stuff. Like, that's why I was so tired today. Because I stayed up most of the night making the one short that I released today. That was not doing so well while I was sleeping. But it's starting to get there. Oof. Where's that one going? Like that? No, like that? Something like that. This leg here is not quite right. More... Maybe. Shoulder. This one's kind of low. Like that. I guess I could also now release the other little clips my friend did for me. Because I'm not going to use them in what I originally wanted to use it for. And in one of them, you can hear Sasha in the background because he clipped the moment when I found out Sasha peed on the bed. But it was completely my fault, so Sasha did not get in trouble. She only ever got in trouble when there was no reason for her to be peeing on the bed. Okay, leave that arm like that. Yeah, the short, A Man and His Cat. It's a very, very nice series. Yeah. As I said in the clip, it's made me tear up a lot. It's so good at doing that. It's all feel good though. Feel good feelings. It's very nice. Though I feel like it's gonna hit even more now that I don't have Sasha. I only have how many volumes? I think I only have 11 volumes of it. Since I'm not in America anymore, I gotta figure out how to finish that. Because I don't want to like switch over to Japanese. That would bother me so much if like part of a collection was all of a sudden Japanese. Like I know some people can do it, but not me. I need things to match. They must. That's not as turned, I feel like, as it should show. It's okay, I guess. Let's go over to the other side. Assuming we're gonna stop there, maybe. Yeah. Here. What? The cat's a puppet in the drama? That's really sad. I don't know if it's gonna get as many tears as it would if it was a real cat. I gotta see that though. A man and his cat drama. Let's take a look. A man and his cat drama. TV drama images. Oh, jeez. That's horrible. No, don't do it. Get a real cat. I'm looking at like screenshots and this one just looks, I can't take it seriously. Oh my god. Why? Why? Oh my gosh, is it on Crunchyroll? Is the drama on Crunchyroll? Alright, what about anime? Does it have an anime? It should have an anime, I think. Wait, does it not have an anime? It gets a drama, but not an anime. That's why. It's such a good manga and they're doing that to it. Nah. Oh well. Maybe it'll be better than I think. We don't know. We don't know. Let's give it a chance. Maybe it'll surprise us. Oh, jeez. Like, calm down. This way. I guess I can cross into here for now, because I don't have the hand drawn yet. So it's okay. And then this, let's erase, back up just a little on it. Down like that. And then this comes down like that. Something like that, I guess. Currently, we started a drama, though. The topic of that. It's one that I've watched when I was younger. Yeah, I guess younger would be right. Stars. Pretty famous guy. A lot of the dramas I watch, they are all like starring a very specific group that I love. And this one has one of them. That's Bigfoot. Bigfoot. That's okay. That's interesting. You can see the muscle there creating a really interesting crease. Like it looks like a crease of some sort. Like from here, and then it kind of comes in like that. Yeah, I don't like how the... Let's do that. There we go. That looks better. Just adding a tiny little toe right there. Looks a little bit better. Oh, hi, Omega. Paperwork hell. And bye. Yes, have fun. Have fun with the paperwork. I don't know, maybe you'll learn to love it. Maybe he'll learn to love it. Sometimes paperwork is calming. I did a lot of paperwork when I was working for a resort. There was a lot. They kept having me do it too. I kind of hated it. But it was also like the only time I had to kind of just be in my own thoughts for a little bit. I also didn't have to deal with any customers when that was happening. So that was nice. Or guests. I should call them guests. Whatever. I worked at like a really fancy resort. We got all the rich people that for some reason wanted to be there. I always said that, like, if I was rich, I would never choose to be there. Like, if I'm gonna go on vacation, I'm not gonna go on a vacation that makes me feel like some cowboy. So it's basically what we were. We were like I guess you could classify it as a dude ranch? I don't know. It's a really well-known resort. But let's see. Not very many famous people came while I was working there, though. It was always like after or before. Though I guess 𝘿𝙊 𝙉𝙊, she was there. And I actually did get, well, I didn't talk to her, I guess. I talked to her kid, because her kid had the phone and was contacting support. And I was support at the time. They said hi, I said hi. And that was it. We're assuming it's a kid, because all they kept saying was hi. And I feel like 𝘿𝙊 𝙉𝙊 wouldn't be sitting there just exchanging highs over and over with me. So I guess you never know. But before I got there, the story I heard about Rihanna? Yeah, it was Rihanna. She and her boyfriend at the time, I don't remember who it would have been, but they were smoking weed. And it sucked because we had to air out the cabin before the next guests came in. But the cabin was pretty much completely unusable, so it was just being aired out for a good couple weeks. Let's see, during my time, I think there was another, yeah, Mindy from The Office. She came by with, what's his face? The temp from The Office as well. Both of them were there. And I did have a run-in with the temp. He was not nice. He was actually very, very mean. I didn't talk to him. I was sitting next to my manager who was talking to him and trying to be like nice and direct him in the way he wanted to go. And yeah, he was kind of, he had a mean tone. But I've heard he's not nice, so it's expected, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna call that one. It's good enough, I think. Feel like I've done a similar one of this, but the arms are a little different in this one. So I think I'll do it. It's a really, really slender body, which is interesting. I'm gonna take a drink of water before starting though. Okay. What was my role? I was front desk. So I was front desk at this really, really fancy, almost 5-star. It was four star resort, but it ranked like top 5, top 3 a lot of the times. I was front desk, and as front desk, we were also like tech, or no, not tech support, but like when you'd contact through the app to try and get like concierge, it would just go to us. So it sucked, honestly. Because like nobody at this resort is like connected or like understands each other. Because us at the front desk, we're the face. We're the ones that are getting the happy moments, the bad moments, all of that. And when it comes to a bad moment where they're like, when's our room going to be ready? We then have to go through our side and contact housekeeping and be like, hey, when's it going to be ready? And a lot of the times, they just wouldn't listen to us. And I'm pretty sure they probably thought, we don't listen to them too. Like, it just felt so disconnected. Every department was so disconnected, and as front desk, we saw it the most. It sucked. But, I mean, people keep coming back to the resort because I guess they have a good time. I don't know. Like, there's some cool stuff that you could do at the resort. You can do hot air ballooning if it's a good weather. Dirt bikes. Obviously horseback riding. And a bunch of other things that are very, like, mountain western type stuff. Moon bikes and whatnot. But I would be as far away from that kind of stuff as possible. And no, Steve Carell did not come. I actually really wanted to meet Mindy. I heard she was, like, really nice. Opposed to the other temp guy. Would have been nice to meet her. Fancy meals for lunch. So, okay. Part of our training was actually to go taste test the menu so that we can give recommendations to guests. But I had to skip that because of my allergies. I didn't want to, like, risk it. Yeah, I didn't want to risk it. So, the menu looked okay, honestly. But the thing is, so the resort has two parts to it. So there's the overall resort, which you can come in with families and things like that. But then there's a tiny little part that's actually just for couples. No kids allowed, only adults. So that tiny little part has a super famous chef. And I went there a few times to kind of like do a tour, and for other reasons I can't remember. But I remember looking at that menu and thinking, that looks great. And also, I would trust that chef to make something if I'm allergic, you know. I cannot say whether or not the other chef that's like for the overall would be as nice. Because I did get into an argument about the microwave. Like, I was the only person coming in bringing my own food because of that. Because they do actually provide food for us. But I was the only one bringing in food so consistently and then using the microwave. And the microwave got disgusting. Like, it was horrible. And I just kindly asked on our little Microsoft Teams or whatever, like, hey, can someone clean this, please? And, like, I asked it by asking my manager first, like, how do I ask this? So I did it their way. And then I got the snarkiest reply back. That's like, oh, why don't you clean it? Basically. It was pretty disrespectful, but that was like what it boiled down to. And I showed it to my manager. I'm like, I don't know what to do here. Because the only reason why I'm asking is because, like, I have allergies, which I pointed out in the message, saying, like, I shouldn't be cleaning or touching the unknown foods in that microwave. But yeah, that became a thing. So because of that, I would not recommend anybody with allergies going there. But I would recommend going to the other chef. That one is good. What was I? Oh, I didn't even start this. That's how bad I am at, like, drawing and talking. It's a learning experience. But the food that they provided for us, or provided for the workers, was just like cafeteria food, basically. Only time we ever got the same kind of food would have been like during our training. Because I think other departments also get to eat it. I'm not sure. Yeah, the microwave is just for the workers. It's okay. Because this place has been, like... There's, like, mysterious health inspectors and whatnot coming in all the time because of them being, like, such a high Forbes-reviewed place. So it's just for workers. And barely anyone uses it, honestly. It's just been dirty for so long. Oh no, Kitchen Nightmares is never gonna touch that place. They're too good. Honestly, Ramsey might just go there on vacation. But he would probably go to the nice corner of it. Yeah. It seems like Ramsey would probably do that with his wife and just leave the kids. And then, yeah, I've had a lot of different jobs. Let's see. Before that... Before that, where was I? I was in college before that. So... okay. I'm just gonna say from the beginning here. So, my very first job was... Things Remembered. That, yes. It was a seasonal job at Things Remembered. I don't mind saying it because they have so many branches, but also the branch I worked at doesn't exist anymore. So, that's okay. For those that don't know Things Remembered, they're an engraving place. And then after that, where was I? Okay, at college, I got a job at the library at our college. And that was actually great until it wasn't, but that's okay. At the library there, I was trained on how to use 3 different types of 3D printers. So I have that knowledge just in my head forever. I can also do a laser printer. I know how to do stuff for that too. It's one of the reasons why I do want just a 3D printer of my own. Cause like I could do it. I could do stuff on it. Like I know how to set it up. I know how to troubleshoot. I can do resin. I can do PLA. But that was during my bachelor's degree. Would have been that. And then I graduated after so many years. And then I got a job with oh my gosh, I'm blanking. Dewey Decimal System. No, so the part of the library I was with was actually just the printing center, so that's why I got to be trained on things like that. The art students would use us quite a bit for large prints and things like that. So I can work with a lot of different printers. After college, because my degree was in theater, I worked at the university's, or one of the university's theaters, which I really enjoyed that. That one was fun. But then when I went back to college for master's, I pretty much had to leave. Because it was a lot of... like, it was taking up a lot of my time. So I couldn't keep going with it. But I still wanted a job. And during my master's, believe it or not, I had 4 part-time jobs during my master's. That was something that I was questioned about when I moved to Japan. They were like, how is it possible that you had the time to do this and have a master's degree? And I was like, I don't know. But yeah, I did 4 part-time jobs, mainly because my parents were upset that I didn't move back home. Because I lived like 8 hours away. But I didn't want to go home. They're not great parents. But yeah. So they didn't want to support me during that time. So I did it myself by getting that many jobs. A bit insane. But I'm someone that actually likes to be busy, so it was nice. But my 4 jobs. Alright, so dentist. Oh no. I actually almost said the full place name, but I didn't. It's okay, I didn't dox myself. Though I guess it wouldn't have mattered, because I don't live there anymore. But theater at the university. And then I worked at an after-school place. And then I was also a substitute teacher that I did almost full-time, actually, during that time. And then the other one was an online tutor and teacher. So those were all of my part-time jobs. But I did start leaving places, so the theater was one that I was really sad to have left. But then I picked up a job at the local news station, like ABC Fox news station. I was the sound and camera person, though they had me mainly on camera. Because the other person that, like, originally I'm supposed to switch every few nights with for sound and camera, she did not do so well on the cameras. So that's why they had me mainly do it. And it kind of sucked. They kept giving me, like, harder and harder positions to do with the camera. Because there was only 3 cameras in the studio, and it's live. So I'm given 10 to 20 seconds to switch and make those frames before they go to that camera. So that was nerve-wracking. But it was still fun. Like, the vibe there was great too. Everybody was so relaxed and chill. Great place to kind of just, I don't know, joke around, have fun. I enjoyed it. Entertainment is definitely the place I want to be in. You just get, like, such close-knit crews. I'm not an assassin though, and I don't drive a car that like I speed around in just cuz. Let's see what other jobs. Yeah, substitute teaching. My mom didn't like that I had a theater degree only. So she made, like, the only reason why I did the master's is because she basically made me. Because she was like, you're not just doing this. So I added on English and theater teaching. But I honestly I really hate teaching. Like, I can do it. I still tutor kids and adults. But I don't know. I don't think it's for me. Can't quite see where the lines of this are, so I'm making them up. But my advice to you guys would be just go for the thing you want to do now. Don't be like me and do things that you first try to like please other people and do. Just do it what you want to do from the get-go. Because now I'm here in Japan and I want to do animation. That's the goal. But trying to figure out like how to even afford that is tough. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Always do. Let's see, what other jobs have I done besides that? Oh, I worked for the census at one point. I was a fingerprint operator. I fingerprinted people. Yep. That was an odd one that I did that isn't on any of my resumes. Because I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it fits anywhere. Unless I was gonna apply for the census again. I'm not sure if there's anything else that's like that I'm leaving out. There we go. It's okay. It's not the greatest one. Oh, no. Ah. Let's move this way. A good sign. Okay, that's tough. That is tough. Because here in Japan, they have a lot of different requirements for even hiring. Because based on my experiences, I can do a lot, but I need certifications and things outside of that. Like, if we're assuming that I don't need to be native in Japanese, then for teaching, if I were to continue that route, I would get around, depending on which school I go to, 20 to 30 an hour. And then here in Japan, when you work for a company, each year you get a raise in salary because they believe that being there for the amount of time that you have, you've gained more experience than what you started with, so you should be paid for that. That's kind of their philosophy. But if I go entertainment, that varies quite a bit because it's like, it depends on what specifically am I doing in entertainment. Am I going to be camera, lighting, stage directing, things like that? And I have no idea what that looks like. I'm kind of just hoping I can eventually be part of maybe a corporate VTuber company. Because I feel like they would be able to help me the most with what I want. Like, I want to stay in entertainment, and they could open up a lot of doors for me. They could also help me a lot with, like, charities and things that I actually want to be a part of and do. Because I just don't have the resources for any of that. It'd be nice if I could get that. Maybe I could do this pose. No, I don't want to do that pose. Change my mind. I already did that one. 𝘿𝙊. I mean, 𝘿𝙊 JP is doing okay. It's just EN that's not. But I feel like that's kind of a challenge, right? Like, if you're gonna join a company like that, it's kind of a challenge. It's kind of a challenge to you to help make it better, and it's better because of you. If that makes sense. I can't quite say what I'm thinking here because I'm tired. Why can't I find? Like, that's the one thing with randomizing that kind of sucks, is I'm getting a lot of the same poses. Did I do this one already? I don't think I did. Let's go for it. Deserve all the good coming my way. We'll see if they come my way. I'm quite unlucky, which is why I relied on Sasha so much. She was my lucky cat. Kind of like that. Something like that. Oh, that looks weird. All right. In terms of companies, I think, like, I'm a Hollow fan. I'd like to be part of 𝘿𝙊. That'd be the goal. For, I think most VTubers are gonna be aiming for 𝘿𝙊. For sure. The one thing I really like about 𝘿𝙊 though is they actually allow you to grow more. Like, when 𝘿𝙊 was graduating, Callie, she was talking about it and she was saying if she ever left, it would be to like stay with 𝘿𝙊 still and be like a producer. And then 𝘿𝙊, she left to be part of the company as well. So actually allowing your talents to do something like that is, I think, amazing. And that's something that I always look for in a job, which is like, is there room for me to grow and learn? That's super important for me. Because I know that being me, I'm gonna want to do way more than just the job I get. But that's why I think entertainment is so great, because there's so much you can do in entertainment. Eventually, I'd like to be like Ben Stiller, I think. Because he's a producer, a writer, an actor, a director. I'd love to just be all that like him. Be able to just do everything. That'd be my goal. On the topic of success, do you guys have anybody that you know or in your family that you would say is like living the dream? A little shorter there. I'm gonna take that as a no. We're all out here struggling, I guess. That's okay. It's the times we live in. Who streams? That's a cute little foot. I like that foot. Mm-hmm. Car business and dealerships. Oh, yeah. Those would be like jobs based on commission, too, though. I was never a fan of those kinds of jobs. But yeah, if you're a good salesperson, you're making bank on that. Owns her own house? That's nice. Did she like marry into money then? Is she Meghan Markle? That'd be insane. I forgot this hand. Just put a thing there. There we go. She's studying and hard work out where she is. That's great. That's always a good... It's always a good thing that you're able to do that. I feel like that's a much harder thing to achieve nowadays. It's very much of like, who do you know? Is number 9? What do you think about money in general? Just try to make money without a job. Money in general. I'm one of those that, like, if anybody ever says, like, money doesn't buy happiness, it's either somebody who's in denial or someone with so much money they don't know what to do with it. Because money does buy happiness. It buys security, it buys freedom, and all those things go into you being happy. You know, if you have enough money that you could take a vacation every year, that's gonna make you happy. If you make enough money where you're not worrying and you're not going paycheck to paycheck, you're gonna be happy. So that's my belief in money, is it does buy happiness. I think a lot of people that are rich definitely take it for granted. But they're also like, I don't know. They're weird, right? Rich people are weird. They have so much money that they spend it on whatever they want. You know, they'll go first class, they'll go to a 5-star hotel, and they'll do all these things. And then they become super cheap when it comes to, like, actually helping. You know, like, I don't know why I'm blanking on the name, but the guy, John Wick. What is his name? Gosh, the actor's name for John Wick. He's actually, like, a super awesome guy. When the Amazon was burning, he immediately gave so much money to that. I also like Ricky Gervais for this reason too, because he calls out everyone on this. He's repeatedly banned from being at awards for, like, rich people and entertainment, because he goes up there and he just kind of rants. You know, like, he had that moment at, I think it was the Grammys, where he's like, I just want you guys to come up here and get your trophy. You do not have the right to come up here and say what your politics are, because you don't understand what the people who don't have the kind of money you do go through. And so I like that. You know, like, he's really tough. Because he also gave money when there was a hurricane, I think, in Haiti. They have hurricanes often. But, like, the big event where, like, people were sending money and other things that way, he also donated. And then in his stand-up, he talks about how, like, he saw Beyonce say, oh, thoughts and prayers. And everybody's, like, liking it and stuff. And then he comments, he's like, oh shit, all I gave was like $1 million. Right? So yeah, I think money's dangerous, but it's helpful. And then, did I try to make money before without a job? No. Well, kinda. Yeah. Actually, yeah. So I used to get an allowance from my parents, and I would save that allowance. I would never use it. I would pretend and say that I do. So, like, every time I go to get dropped off by my dad at school, I would say, like, hey, can I get some money? Like, not even allowance, but I'd be like, can I get some money for, like, cookies during lunch? And he would give me, like, a few bucks. And I would save those few bucks until I have like maybe $5. And then I would go to my mom and be like, can I trade you these 5 ones for a bill? And I just keep doing that. And eventually I got, amazingly enough, I got almost 10,000 saved before going to college. And it was all cash. Because I also would save birthday money and Christmas money as well. And I did that like throughout middle school, high school, some of elementary. I'd say like since 6th grade is when I started doing that. And then I lost it all because my parents, mainly my mom, she found out how much I had and then asked if they could use it for India. And it wasn't really an ask, right? They were expecting me to give it to them, so I don't have it. But I think they used the money to redo the house in India because at the time when my grandma was alive, she had a really hard time moving around in the house, so they needed to basically level the whole thing because the house was so old that it still had like those really steep stone steps. So whatever, it went to a good cause, but I'm still kind of upset. That's so much. That's what happens when you have cash and you just like don't deposit it anywhere, I guess. Oh well. Let's see, I need another pose. Wow, that one's a happy pose. Let's go with that one. She's so happy. This one's pretty straight. It's maybe curving just a teeny bit. But otherwise, quite straight. She also has like small hips. About the size of her. We'll do that. And then arm coming up, out, out. And foot, foot. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I only saved up that much because during holidays and well, no, not birthdays. During holidays, I'd get a bunch from like that rich uncle, right? My mom's oldest brother. I get a bunch from him. So most of that money was from him. I didn't get birthday money from him though. If I did, I would have had so much more. I don't do birthday money because I stopped celebrating that at like 12. It was probably for the best, though, that I didn't have that money going into college. I would have bought so much unnecessary things. Like, as soon as I hit college and I got there, I was like, I want to buy, like, everything that's here. All the nonsense that I'm seeing. Why? Are you asking why I don't do birthdays? Or something else? Because the chat is just a little bit on a latency on my side. I need a tiny bit of context. Okay, why don't I do birthdays? Because I basically realized people had like other things to do. I felt like no one really wanted to be at my birthday. And instead of, you know, doing a birthday party like that and feeling sad, I'd rather just have that money go to a really nice present instead. So, yeah, because on my 12th birthday, that's when I decided it. My 12th birthday was when my parents actually let me invite friends, because normally it would be just family, but I wanted to be normal, right? I want to be normal. I want to be a normal kid and have like friends be there. At the time, I went to a private school, which was connected to a church because my family is Christian. And the thing is, every year on my birthday, that church does an event. It is a mother-daughter breakfast. That's the event on my birthday. So when I went around asking people, like, hey, do you want to come to my birthday? They were all like, oh, no. We want to go to this mother-daughter event instead. And like my best friend at the time even said that, and I was like, okay, why? And she's like, well, it happens once a year. I'm like, my birthday happens once a year. What are you talking about? Yeah, she didn't have a comeback to that. So then it comes to my birthday, and I have one cousin there that we went to go pick up for this. That cousin usually isn't around for other birthdays, so that's why they got to be there. And then we get to the venue, and it's something called a family fun center. I don't know if you guys know of that one, of that place. If you're familiar with it. I mean, I'm sure like there's other names for it in other states and countries, but basically it's like this big arcade area, and there might be go-karts and things like that there too. This one had laser tag as well. But we're there, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and one friend showed up. That one friend. I still have the gift that one friend gave me. But they showed up, and because we had originally got like tokens and tickets and stuff for like a bunch of people, we ended up using all of it. So it was fun, I guess. there were some elements of fun to it. I appreciated the people that did show, the one person that did show up. And then I decided no more. I'm done. I just rather have all the new consoles instead. Just buy that for my birthday. I don't know. I felt like I should have. I wasn't a very petty person. I didn't want to go to any birthdays after that. I was like, no, they didn't come to mine. Why do I gotta go to theirs? But I still went. And then when I went to college, I did decide to celebrate my 21st. Because I had a nice group of friends that was up for it. Even though most of them do not drink. So it was just me and one other friend that was like ordering up drinks and trying them. Number 10. There we go. Now to reorganize them a little bit. Oh, they're actually really good where they are. I'll lower these a tiny bit. Where that one. These two. Bring up. That one as well. All right, there is one set. Done. Alright, bye product. Thanks for stopping by. And yes, tonight is a RimWorld stream. I don't know how long we're gonna last, but Fauna right now is the tank. Because I gave her a mech army, and then I'm gonna be giving her those little brawlers. So we might just survive because of her. She's the lone survivor. Gonna go ahead and export this so I can post it. Desktop. Oh, whoa. I didn't even realize. That's week 6, day 7. My 5-minute ones are done. Because these were technically supposed to be timed for 5 minutes. But again, didn't want to do that on stream. Okay. Cool. Then I need to make a new folder for the... No, I don't. I don't have to make a new folder. I already have. Because the next one is going to be going back to 2 minutes. But which... I need to look up my assignments again. Sheets. Art school. Okay. So I finished nude figures for all of week 6. Kind of insane. So then, yeah, we still have the ones for week 8 that I need to do. How many do I have for week 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty much a full week. Okay. I'm just gonna keep them, I guess, in the same folder that I have. 6. And then I'm gonna... week 8. Day 2. Week 8. Day 3. Week 8. Day 4. Because I don't mind. I kind of like not timing myself right now. It's more relaxing to do it that way. Day 6. And then final is going to be week 8. Day 7. Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, I have that many gestures left. And then I have to do my perspective assignment, which honestly, that's what we could do in the next session. Basically taking a break from gestures to go do that. Because for that, it's a perspective assignment and 1-point perspective, and I already have references for what I want to do. I just have to double check and see if I need to add more references to it. I forgot that I had that up. So you didn't actually get to see the full spread of these. But, let's see. Yeah, okay. I think I will probably also call it here for gestures. And then, as I said, the next one, I'm going to be working on a staff room at a Japanese high school. That's going to be the room I want to do for the 1-point perspective. Because I want to try and build up stuff for the visual novel that I eventually want to make. I think that would be good. So I'll start looking for references for that. So I have a bunch to go off of. And then after that, we'll come back to gestures. Because I have more. But it seems I can probably get the next ones done in about 3 sessions. That's what it seems like. So that's nice. And then we can go into term 2, which is going to be a lot of heads, faces, and things like that. But thank you guys for watching and chatting and lurking. I appreciate it. Hopefully you were able to be productive while I was trying to be productive. And if not, it's okay. I like just chatting anyway. If you're able to come watch the RimWorld stream, that'd be great. Highly recommend it. Because it's... if you've never seen RimWorld, it's definitely interesting. With how much personality the little players have. But otherwise, yeah, until then, stay safe. Bye. Thanks again. I appreciate all of you.